Have you ever wondered why sometimes it seems like you're your own worst enemy? Imagine this. You're striving for a goal, a dream, a destination, but there's an unseen force, an invisible enemy pulling you backwards. This enemy is not external. It's not your friends, your job, or your circumstances, it's you. You're battling against self-sabotage. This is a peculiar phenomenon where we hinder our own progress, often without even realizing it. Self-sabotage is the act of shooting ourselves in the foot, of setting up roadblocks on our path to success. It's when we engage in behaviors that are directly opposite to our heart's desires. It's like we're driving a car with one foot on the accelerator and the other on the brake. We want to move forward, but part of us resists. It's a paradox, isn't it? It's like carrying a backpack full of bricks while trying to climb a mountain. Imagine carrying that backpack everywhere you go. How would it affect your journey? Picture this scenario. You're on a long, challenging hike. You're carrying a backpack filled with rocks. The rocks symbolize self-sabotage. Each stone represents a different form: procrastination, self-medication, negative self-talk. The backpack is heavy, cumbersome, slowing you down. It's making the journey more taxing than it needs to be. And the worst part? You're the one who filled it. This is what self-sabotage does to us. It's an invisible weight we carry, hindering our progress in both our personal and professional lives. It's like we're working against ourselves, our own worst enemies. Take procrastination, for instance. It's the art of delaying or postponing tasks unnecessarily. When we procrastinate, we're not just putting off tasks. We're delaying our success, our growth, our happiness. It's like voluntarily adding another rock to our backpack. Another form of self-sabotage is self-medication. This could be through unhealthy coping mechanisms like binge eating or excessive use of digital devices. These actions may provide temporary relief, but in the long run, they only add to our problems, making our backpack heavier. Then there's negative self-talk, the destructive internal dialogue that chips away at our self-esteem, confidence, and motivation. It's like we're our own harshest critic. This constant internal criticism can lead to a cycle of self-fulfilling prophecies where we begin to believe we're not good enough, not capable enough, not worthy enough. And this belief only leads to more self-sabotage. The effects of self-sabotage are profound. It prevents us from achieving success, from growing, from living a fulfilling life. It leads to frustration and regret. It's like we're stuck in a loop, constantly stumbling over the same rocks, unable to move forward. But the good news is, we're not helpless. We have the power to change. We can empty that backpack, one rock at a time. We can overcome self-sabotage. It's time to put down that backpack. So how do we put down this invisible backpack, you might ask? Well, the journey of overcoming self-sabotage can be likened to a journey of 1,000 miles that begins with a single step. And that first step is self-awareness. Recognizing your self-sabotaging habits is the first step to overcoming them. This might mean acknowledging that you procrastinate, or that you're always making excuses not to start that business or take that trip you've always dreamt of. Understanding your triggers is the next step. What situations, people, or emotions trigger your self-sabotaging behavior? Is it fear of failure or perhaps fear of success? Once you identify what triggers you, you can work on strategies to cope and respond differently. Setting realistic goals is also a crucial part of this journey. We often sabotage ourselves by setting goals that are too lofty or unrealistic. Instead, aim for small, achievable goals. Celebrate your wins, no matter how small, and use them as stepping stones towards your larger goals. And remember, you don't have to do this alone. Seeking help from professionals such as therapists, life coaches, or mentors can provide you with tools and strategies to overcome self-sabotage. They can provide an outside perspective and help you see patterns you might not recognize on your own. Finally, practice patience and kindness towards yourself. Changing ingrained habits takes time and there will be setbacks, but each setback is a learning opportunity, a chance to grow and to better understand yourself. In this journey to overcome self-sabotage, take small, manageable steps. Celebrate your progress no matter how small. Each step you take is a victory against self-sabotage. Remember, every step you take is a step away from self-sabotage and towards self-reliance. You are not defined by your past habits or mistakes, but by your determination to grow and change. So take that first step today. Put down that invisible backpack of self-sabotage and step into a future of self-reliance and success. You can do it. You are worth it. Picture this. You're standing at the top of that mountain without the backpack. How does that feel? How does it feel to stand tall, free from the weight of self-doubt, fear, and negative self-talk? Imagine that sense of liberation, that breath of fresh air. This is the beauty of overcoming self-sabotage. It's like unshackling yourself from invisible chains that have been holding you back. Suddenly, you're lighter, freer, and ready to soar. The world doesn't seem so intimidating anymore, does it? In fact, it feels welcoming, full of opportunities waiting to be seized. With self-sabotage out of the picture, you'll find an increase in your confidence. You'll start believing in your capabilities and start seeing your worth. You'll realize that you are indeed enough and that you have what it takes to reach your goals. Envision your life without self-sabotage. See yourself as the person who takes action, who makes decisions based on hope and aspiration, not fear. The person who knows that failure is not a dead end, but a stepping stone to success. The person who embraces challenges, knowing they lead to growth. Self-reliance isn't just about being independent. It's about trusting yourself, relying on your own abilities, and knowing that you are the master of your own destiny. You have the power to change. The journey from self-sabotage to self-reliance starts with a single step. Now that you know about self-sabotage, what will you do differently? It's time to take action, to step out of the shadows of self-doubt and into the light of self-reliance. If you've battled with self-sabotage and emerged victorious, we want to hear your story. Your experiences can serve as a beacon for others navigating this path. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more empowering content. Share your journey in the comments below, and let's inspire each other to reach for success without the weight of self-sabotage. Remember, success is within reach.